Welcome all to our channel GTech Fluent. Our today's topic number 5 in Angular 11 video tutorial series is components into the Angular. So in this video, we will discuss what is component, what is default component into the Angular, how to create new component, and what are the building blocks of the component. So we will see this one by one. So first we see what is mean by the component. So the component is a main building block of an Angular application. The component contains the data and the user interaction logic that defines how the view looks and behave. View in Angular refers to the template, so which is known as the HTML page for the particular component. According to the Angular team, we could call a view and declares reusable UI building blocks for an application. The Angular components are a plain TypeScript classes and that defines using @component decorator. So this decorator provides the component with the view to display and the metadata about the classes. We will discuss this with the details. So the component is responsible to provide the data to the view. The Angular does this by using the data binding and get data from component to the view. So we will discuss this data binding into the detail in our upcoming videos. So now let's see what is mean by the default components. So for that we need to go to our project which we have created for this our video tutorial series. So let's switch to the VS Code. So we are in our project which we have created for this video tutorial series. So when we create the project or when we create new Angular application, by default one component, that is app.component.ts file, is created when we create new project. So we can find this file under the app folder. So if you expand this app folder, we have this app.component.ts file. So this is the component which is by default created for you by the Angular application, and the component name is app.component.ts. And this file, the component has its own HTML page and the ACS page. So for the styling and the view purpose, so we have here app.component.html, where we have the app.component.scs file, so for styling purpose. And as we discussed, this is the root component for our Angular application. So if you go to the app model, it is the bootstrap component which we have discussed into our previous video of bootstrapping of the Angular application. So now let's see how to create our own component. So for that you need to open one terminal here. So let's go to the terminal, click on the new terminal. So once terminal is open, so in order to create the component using Angular CLI, we need to use command as ng space. So ng stand for the Angular and it is called the Angular CLI. Then we need to use G. So the G abbreviation is for generating. So as we are creating the component, so we are using the G. Then we need to use C. So C is the abbreviation of component. We can also use the whole word component, but C is enough to generate the component. So it will generate the component for us. Later we need to give the our component name. Here we need to give the our component name. So we will give our component name as first component. So this is the whole command which you need to run while creating the component. So once our component is created, you will find some files is created which is associated with our component. So the file is created first component.html, specs.ts file, and the SCSS file. So these are the file is created, and if you go to the inside the app folder, here is our component is created. Now we will see what are the main building block of the component. So the component consists of the three main building block. First we have the template, then we have the class, and then we have the metadata or decorator. So the template is nothing but the view or the HTML page or the HTML template. So if you go to, we have the HTML page. The template is define the layout of the view and the defines what is rendering on your page. So that is responsible under the template. So without the template, there is nothing for the Angular to render to the DOM. The templates are created with the HTML. So inside this, we have the plain HTML5 code, and you can add Angular directives and binding on the template. Next, we have the class. So in the class, if you go to the component.ts file, so this is the class which we call the component. This class is created with the TypeScript. So this logic or the coding syntax, we are using it with the TypeScript, but we can also use the JavaScript here also. So this class can contain the properties and the methods. So as per normal object oriented programming, we can add our properties and the methods inside our this class. The class is the most important part of a component in which we can write the code which is required for a template to render into the browser. So you can compare this class with the any object oriented programming languages. For example, we have the C Sharp, Java, and the other. The Angular component class can only contains the method, variable, and property like other programming language. The properties of the class can be binded to the view using data binding. So we will discuss the data binding in our upcoming video. Next, we have the metadata or the decorator. Metadata provides the additional information about the component to the Angular. So Angular uses this information to process the class. The metadata is defined within the decorator. The decorator is a function that adds the metadata to the class, its method, and to the properties. The components are defined with the @component class decorator. So if you find, we have the @component class decorator, which is define the class as a component to the Angular. Now we will see what are the important blocks of the this. So the first, we have the selector. If you want to use component on any HTML page into our Angular application, then we must have the specify the selector property of the component decorator. But when you run your application, these directives into the HTML page is replaced with the content specified by the template URL. So this is the template URL where we specify the HTML page. Next, we have the template URL. So this template URL property of the component decorator actually contains the HTML file that you want to render on the HTML page. So along with the template URL property, you can also use the template property. In our next video, we will discuss what is difference between the template URL and the template property. Next, we have the style URLs. So it contains the CSS styles or style sheet that this component needs. So here we can use either an external style sheet using style URLs or inline style sheet using styles. The styles used here are specific to this component only. So these are the some basic building block of this component decorators. So there are the other, which is like the providers. The providers are the service that our component are going to be used. Whatever service you are going to be used for the particular component, we need to define into the providers. Then we have the directives. The directive that is component is going to be used, we need to list it here. So the syntax for that, we have the providers. We need to define the providers as an array. There are other properties of the decorator of components, so you can use accordingly. So this is the some important property which we are mostly use while creating or declaring the component. Now we have added our component. So in our next video, we will see how to import our component into the model, and we will see what are the models into the Angular in our next video. So please let us know if anyone has any query or doubt. We will meet in our next video. Thank you.